Hello, thank you for this opportunity. We've been having a training for 3 days, and in these 3 days, it have been a fruitful period because I've get to learn different things, how to use media, how to be a spokesman for an organization, and also how to respond to the press or to the journalists. In those sessions, before we had this assumption that the journalists are always the opponent of the organization, that they always want to create conflicts. But in this period, we've get to learn that actually what the journalists want to know is the real and true information. And from this, we have acquired different skills and we are going there to apply them. From that, I can assure you that the organization, the CSOs are going to have an impactful period in the communication center. Thank you. The climate in the group that we are having, we have created so much friendship among us. Some of us were shy when we started, but for now we were ending the session while everyone was free to express themselves. They were chatting, they were giving each other feedback, and no offense was taken. That was a really great thing that we should even apply in our daily life. When we meet a group, it's very crucial to adapt yourself. Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon. This is Andrew Tandeka. Yeah, I work with the Dream Village organization. Yeah, by the time we came here, it has been a great journey for just 3 days, which have been great. Yeah, we came as green, I can say. We started with understanding communication, difference between it and the visibility. So, well, we got it in the right way, that they go hand in hand, though they are not the same. And we appreciate the facilitator on the first day. She was perfect, on point. And then we had some good great communication, great studies, and it was all okay. On the second day, we started very well with group works, which were too interactive and very perfect into working in it. And then we looked at the visibility itself in general, how it comes to how do we make our things we do into visible ones, how do we work with the social media to make things visible. We also looked at how we create contents, most especially like where do you make content for which platform, and how do you package it together. It was all perfect and we had a lot of fun in it. Not forgetting the food was perfect. Yeah, we had some good food and joy around. Well, the third day was a combination of all. We've learned something great, like the combination of the communication, visibility at the same time. Now we understood how do we combine the three things into one? How do we now put things into action? How do we evaluate them? How do we monitor them? So it was all about like understanding and monitoring things that we evaluate every day, that we communicate every day. Although it was a bit high, like for managerial and directorial part of it, but as communicators it was too necessary, and we understand the relationship of how a communicator can do even things of evaluating his work and monitoring his kind of work. So it was okay. We had fun. We had a group work. We had like workouts. We had very interactions, and we ended up perfectly with certificates, which is also very good. So we thank the umbrella or the forum of the Rwanda civil societies. We also thank RGB and the other partners that have contributed to us getting this knowledge and understanding. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Judith Katawara. I have been one of the facilitators for the 3-day training. organized by Rwanda Civil Society Platform for the members of the platform. We had several NGOs, civil society organizations attending. It has been such an incredible 3 days. The main areas of the training was mainly on communication and visibility, as well as reporting results. And this is what we went through the 3 days. We had different facilitators, experts in different areas, especially in communication, in increasing in visibility, monitoring and evaluation, managing results for programs, and building partners and donor relations. And I want to say the participants were very, very active. They were very participatory. They were very mature people. It was such an interactive training. One of the major areas covered in communication was how to manage social media platforms, the importance of social media towards increasing visibility of these institutions. We had topics on managing media relations, how to communicate the right information and the right to the right audience, and so many other topics that were all aimed at increasing visibility. So that was the focus for the first 2 days. The third day was so much on managing, monitoring programs, evaluations and reporting as a form of increasing accountability. We know that partners, stakeholders, donors are all interested in what their funds have gone to do, what their resources are doing. So it was very important that NGOs get to be reminded of the importance of being accountable through reporting, through communicating results, and through timely implementation of their programs and communicating them on time. We also looked at the importance of evidence in our results, which are very much a resource mobilization tool. So it was such an interactive training. So many beautiful topics, very useful topics were covered. The team had we used a number of approaches. There was breakaway sessions, they worked on groups, they used case studies, they did they had different interactions around their tables, and they were very, very much actively involved because they reported back. There were many other activities during the training that made them stay active. The environment was good, but we had energizers from some of the participants to make sure that no one is asleep. So we ended the training with certificates to recognize their participation, and the training was closed by the Executive Secretary of Rwanda Civil Society Organization, who also handed over the certificates. Thank you.
Bikorwa Rwanda Civil Society Platform ni ihuriro nyarwanda rihuje imiryango nyarwanda itari iya leta. Hakaba muri platform kaba dufitemo imiryango 12 umbrellas. Iyo miryango izo umbrellas 12 zikaba zifite members bazishamikiyeho bageze ku 1,500. Tukaba tumaze iminsi 3 turi mu mahugurwa. Kimwe mu nkingi zigize platform dukorera amahugurwa abanyamuryango bacu. Tuba tugamije kubongerera ubumenyi mu kazi kabo ka buri munsi. Akazi k'imiryango nyarwanda itari iya leta ahanini kibanda ku ubuvugizi bw'abanyarwanda bose muri rusange, bitewe n'ibyo buri muryango ugenda ukoraho n'ibyo umuryango ushingiyeho mu mikorere yabo. So iyo miryango yose uko ari 12 tuyisaba imiryango iyigize ikeneye ayo mahugurwa bitewe na gaps bafite mu bigo byabo. So muri iyi minsi 3 ishize twarimo dukora amahugurwa kuri communications and impact reporting. Akazi dukora kacu ka buri munsi kugira ngo tumenyekanisha ibyo dukora, nuko tuba dufite abakozi bari skilled bafite ubumenyi buhagije mu gukora ku kazi no kugira ngo bamenyekanishe ibyo dukora, kugira ngo ibikorwa byacu bimenyekane no kugira ngo ubuvugizi bwacu bugere kure, bugere kubo bugomba kugeraho, nuko tumenya techniques zo gukomunika, aho gukomunika and when to do so. So abanyamuryango bacu bamaze iminsi 3 babyiga, abanyamuryango 44 baturutse muri abaparticipa 44 baturutse muri za umbrella 12 nababwiye. Tukaba twashoje umunsi wa gatatu uyu munsi, tukaba twashojanyije na bose bagihara abo twatangiriye ku munsi wa mbere, hanyuma tukanabaha impamyabumenyi zerekana ko koko bagize ikintu bakura muri aya mahugurwa bazanakoresha ahandi hantu. Imiryango yacu iba imyinshi ari mitoya, ikiyubaka, igikura, ikeneye rero abakozi bafite ubumenyi kugira ngo iyo miryango ikomeze ikure kandi ikore ibijyanye n'intego zabo muri vision and their missions. Ikindi nanone nuko nka civil society nyarwanda kugira ngo tubashe kugendana n'igihugu, tubashe kugendana na leta uko yihuta, natwe tugomba kugenda kuri speed igezweho muri iki gihe. So kugira ngo tugende kuri iyo speed nuko tuba dufite ubumenyi, tuzi ibyo dukora, hanyuma kandi tuzi naho tubigeza, kugira ngo ubuvugizi dukorera abanyarwanda badafite opportunities dufite twebwe hano tubashe kubikora neza nk'uko bikwiye. Muri aya mahugurwa y'iminsi 3 tumazemo twahamenye byinshi, ubumenyi bwinshi, kandi ikindi nanone iyi miryango yose yari iri hano itandukanye, habaye kumenyana no kumenya buri wese icyo akora, kwigishanya mu byo bagiye barusha abandi, ndetse no kugirana umubano hagati y'imiryango. Imiryango yabashije kuza muri aya mahugurwa tumazemo iminsi 3, ku buryo ku munsi wa gatatu dushoje amahugurwa bumva bashaka undi munsi wa 4 cyangwa wa 5. Akaba ari ikitwereka ko aya mahugurwa dukora atanga umusaruro kandi arishimiwe cyambere, kandi ba nyirayo abo tuyaha baza akamaro abafitiye mu kazi kabo ka buri munsi, ndetse even on their individual level, kuko bibongerera CV, bazabyongera muri CV, bazabona kandi kazi karushijeho kubera all these trainings. Akaba ariyo impamvu nifuza no gushimira cyane abaduhuguye, the facilitators, bari bafite ubumenyi kuri izi topics zose, communications, reporting, M&E, byose bijyanye na communication and visibility. Hanyuma kandi si nibyo gusa, kugira ngo tubashe kubona aya mahugurwa no kuyashyira mu bikorwa karinda harangira, twagize abaterankunga, dukorana na RGB na UNDP ku mushinga wa UNDP wo guha imbaraga imiryango ya civil society. Akaba ari byo twimplementinga, kandi tubona imiryango ya civil society iri kugenda igaragaza koko impact ikura muri aya mahugurwa. Murakoze.